Morning guys, August 7th, 2024. So there I gotta go change a customer of mine's got a leak on Aquabank on a boiler. Now an Aquabank doesn't have a coil in it, so it runs off the coil of the boiler. I'm gonna go back with a Megastor or storage tank which has the coil in the tank. It's a better setup, they last longer. It's a much better setup, but I gotta put a circulator on the boiler and a zone control to fire the boiler, you know, and run supply and return from the boiler to the tank, and then hook up the hot and cold water to the tank. Only half inch hot and cold, but yeah, I'll try to get you some shots when I get over there. Say it's a Megastor, which I call them a storage hot water storage tank. It's actually a Megastor. The one I'm going with is a Velocity, like a Crown style. All the lines are right in the line of the straight line of the tank. And he's only got a little half-inch hot and cold water line at this house, so I could feed this thing with 3/4 supply and return from the boiler. Usually they recommend you run 1 inch. You know, if I had a 3/4 line and this guy was working with a couple of bathrooms, I would probably go with the 1 inch supply and return, but it's only got a little half-inch copper line coming off the hot and the cold, so I can feed it with 3/4. It'll be adequate. I usually don't have an issue. I usually know, you know, when I gotta step it up or when I could. I've been doing it long enough where I know if it's gonna work or not. He's got the boilers working off zone valves. I'm probably gonna put a circulator right off the boiler, so I get, you know, it's not a delay with the zone valve. The zone valve's got a 90-second delay before it opens. It probably would work okay with that, but I'm gonna do it a little better job. Just go with a separate circulator, and I'll put another zone control that I could fire the boiler up from the zone control, and I'll leave all the stuff from the zone valves alone. I'm not gonna play with any of that from the heat. It's got a couple of 3 zones on the heat. It's a little raised ranch. Oh, we've got some babies here. A little raised ranch, and this Aquabank's tucked in the back of the chimney area, which you really can't get to it. I'm going to move the other one out so it's outside that area. There's a couple of different spots I could put it. I'm not sure where it's going to go yet until I get there, but I gave the guy a price. You know, I put some money in there so I could do the job properly, and he wants to do it, so we're gonna move ahead. And you know, I don't always get these jobs. A lot of times I'll give him a price and it's gonna be worth my while to do the job, or I'm not gonna do it. So we'll try to get you some shots. I left the dog home. I mean, it's starting to cool off a little bit. I could probably start bringing her now on some jobs if I'm running service, and if it gets too hot and she's in the truck, I mean, she's got a little fur coat on her. I mean, she'd be panting all day. I can't do that to her, so I've been leaving her home in the AC lately because just the temperatures have been really hot. But anyway, we'll try to get you some shots as I go along and try to get you some, show you what I did over there at least, and how I hook up the control and the wiring and whatnot. He's got 4. I had to put. His wife keeps dropping stuff upstairs on the floor, and then it drips onto the boiler controls downstairs. So he's been putting some aluminum foil over the boiler control. I told him, you can't get these controls wet. You're gonna fry them. His wife's got a kind of a dementia issue going on, and she keeps dumping stuff on the bathroom floor, and then it drains down, you know, drains down into the onto the boiler. Either the toilet overflowing or dropping stuff out of the sink. And I've already been through a couple of controls over there because they keep getting wet from he had one issue with the water pipe was leaking, but he's had other issues in the past where his wife, he blames his wife. It might even be him that's doing it. I don't know. Anyway, can't be dumping water on the boiler controls. They don't like that. Anyway, we'll get you some shots if I can. It's coming out. I got it off here. I pulled the Firematic.
I signed both of these.
What is it? Oh, yeah. No. Now, is there a pit I could just drain right out the window here, I guess, huh?
If that's what you want to do, you can drain it into the silk tank in the hallway here in the closet.
I got it off here. It should be pumping out. There we go. Drain that tank out. That's the hot here. This is the hot. That PEX is a recirculating line coming in on the cold. That's going to be, that recirc's going to, I'm going to cut this here probably and extend it. Maybe I'll cut it here, drop it down, tie the water into here, the cold. Don't really need this tank because I got a well tank or an expansion tank, but I might put that on there somehow. Cut it up top there. In the boiler. I got the heater off. I got the tankless all cut away. I might leave that check valve there. Ground on this, whatever that is, and just connect to this and come down and feed the water heater. Boil water. Get it off right there. Probably gonna put the storage tank right here, like tucked in there, and have the piping come out. Probably what I'm gonna do. This thing's full of water. That's no good anyway. It's junk. She's a bubbling brew, Mama. I don't know what this stuff's all about, but it's kind of slimy. I'm not sure. She's got some shit in there. Yeah, that's one choke. She's one choked up one. That's for sure. I backed this out. I put this T in here, and I just put a couple, and I got a solid of that, but 1.5 by 3/4. I'm gonna go straight out and tie into the tank. We'll reduce down, and we'll just run 3/4 over. Be enough for this. Over here, I put a 1.5 by 8 T. I put an 1.5 by 3/4 T here. 1.5 by 8 nipple. I just put the bush in and I put a new drain on the end here because the other one was leaking. One over with an elbow and up to a circulator. On return, this one's got a check valve in it. This is internal flow check, IFC, internal flow check. It's got a 1-inch check valve in here. I don't have to worry about that because I got 2 zone valves. That's running off this circulator, and I'm gonna put this off a separate relay that's gonna fire this burner through ZR. ZR would be run. So I gotta put power to the zone relay that's gonna pull in the circulator. It's also gonna have power to an end switch when that relay pulls in from the Aquastat. It's gonna send power to ZR, which is run, just gonna fire the burner up to high limit. So whenever that tank calls, this relay I'm gonna put in here, which is over. Got it here somewhere, right there. Take 501. That's gonna pull in this circulator to circulate hot water to the tank, and it's gonna fire the burner up to high limit, whatever the high limit's set at, 180, and that won't work because those zone valves will be off unless they call, and if them call, then this will work through this zone for that circulator. And I could set this thing to, like, 140, which is a low limit. So when this boiler gets to 140, that circulator will not run. This one will, though. This one will run. There won't be no limit on this. That circulator will get shut off through a low limit, which a low limit maintains boiler temperature, and it shuts that off. So I could raise this up to 160 or 150 or whatever I want to maintain in this boiler. And when that calls, usually 140 will be fine. Return circulator over there. Water done. I gotta open that valve over there. I got the circulator set up where I want to put it. And I got so the door can open. The return, I'm going to put a purge station here. And then I got to tie this return in over here. Supply goes over. Going to be a high vent right here to get rid of the air. Then it goes into the tank. This is just black nipple, black coupling. That's fine on the coil side. And I come out here with a black nipple and reducer. And I got a drain here on the return. I come up. I'm gonna solder that, and I gotta probably keep it in line with the boiler. So make a couple offsets. Put a purge station over there.
Thanks for helping, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry for the interruption.
Then I gotta do the water.
I didn't call anybody else. Jeez.
Coming along. It's coming along.
Cheryl, you okay up there?
She's coming along. I like it there. It's out of the way of the doorway. It's tucked in the doorway. Get by, and it won't fit in the back there. I need 1 inch of clearance. So I got the 1 inch of clearance here.
I was just gonna call you on the phone and see if you want to sit in the backyard,
You're a weaker.
Well.
Alright, the purge valve. It's cut out there. So that's to go in a certain way. It's gotta go in that way. We're going that way. I want to tie it right in. Gives you plenty of room to work on the burner and stand up without whacking it. Just like that. I'll show you the rest of it when I'm done. I did put the high vent there. I did put this drop piece in, a couple elbows to a ball valve, and this has to be 6 inches above the tank. As long as it's above 6, I'm good. And all the piping's tucked out of the way. It's really got plenty of room to get in the doorway here, and that's the best spot for it. It wouldn't fit in the back there, just there's no room. If he wants to get in the back here, he can. I did go back there. There is room to squeeze back there if you want to. I opened that valve over there, so I got a ball valve here now to control the tank. Just have to tie this in and then fill it, purge it. Now put 2 purge stations here and a purge station there. The supply's got a high vent to get rid of the air if any air accumulates. So go out that high vent. And then I got a purge station here to purge through the tank. There's a coil in here. There's a coil in here that heats the boiler water, goes through the coil. And then the domestic water's on the other side. And I gotta put the control in over there yet. And I'm gonna put the relay over here somewhere. And I'll show you how I wire it. It's not gonna be a big deal. I'm making pretty good time here actually. I'm gonna plug this. I gotta use this to get the thing broke off. Get this out with the easy outs. I got a whole kit with different sizes. Some of my stuff, I like to block these off if I can. I'm not gonna use this coil anymore. For now, we'll just put some plugs in it in case it starts leaking. I won't be getting a call back. I got the return here. I put the purge station here right with these other purge stations. Should be self-bleeding. But there is a purge station here so I can purge that loop when I purge the other loops. It's ready to fill. I'm just going to block these and put the control in and fill it, and I should be ready to rock. If I have no leaks. I got 2 drains there, one for the domestic water, bottom of the tank, and one for the coil. I shouldn't have any leaks, hopefully. Alright, I should be able to fill the boiler up now. Purge the zones. Hopefully I got no leaks. I should be able to fill the tank up too. Let's see if we got any leaks. TP comes out. That's got to be an 8-inch one in the top of the tank. I'll come off a foot off the ground here. I got to do wiring yet. Purge these zones while I'm here. Heating system. I'm gonna have them run the tub. Hello! It's always good to back flush it, make sure that it's nothing in there. And we could do these now. These are the house zones. These zone valves are acting as purge stations, the shutoffs. Shitty place to have a feeder right there by that. It doesn't hurt to give it a back flush to get the stuff out of the riser. We'll go into that and then we'll do the other one and we'll be purged. Had this valve in my truck. Gotta keep this off while you're doing the purge. Give it a good how you doing while I'm here. Switch over to that one there and we'll be good to go. Now I could have put another zone valve in and This rise is only 3/4, which is a little on the small side, but I didn't touch that. I'm not playing with that. I'm just putting in the storage tank, the Megastor, off another zone. That's all I'm doing. I'm not playing with the heat or anything. He hasn't complained about it. But 3/4 is kind of small. It should have been 1 inch to here, the split. But he's got one zone on the first floor, and then he's got a basement zone he hardly ever uses. I think that's why he's okay. Like I said, I didn't do that. I'm not touching it. I'll show you how I do the wiring on the that zone control. That's kind of important, how to wire it properly. Last time I was here, I did a nozzle and filter, and then he got the protector relay all wet, and I had to change that. I don't see any leaks. So piping's all out of the way, nice and clean. It's good.
How's it look, Steve?
Looks good.
All right, that's what we want to hear.
Coming in here, goes to L1 and L2 in there, the power, the feed this control. And then in here I got B1. The common is coming in here for B2, but B1 is coming off this control here. And then now I got C2, which is a common. So I got this circulator here coming in here, the C2, and then this blue line here is a circulator. And then this red line coming in from over there, the red line goes over to ZR, which is zone run, which is going to fire the burner. Over here, I got L1, L2 coming in black and white. L1 goes to this hot, which is the black. Neutral is be L2, right? Then I got a jumper going from L1, or the hot, over to this section here. So you got two sections in this control. You got normally open, normally cold, close, number 4. So normally open is the blue one going to the circulator. When this calls, normally open is going to close and send power to the circulator, which is the blue line. And then I got power coming over here to feed this zone, this normally open, normally cold zone. Normally open, right, is going to send power over and put power to the burner to feed the burner on ZR, zone run. That's how it's wired. And then the TT runs over. I ran a thermostat wire over to this. So we should be able to fire it up, and it should run. L1, L2 feeds this power up this zone. Alright. I got to turn the power back on, and we should be okay. Z1, Z2, furnace. Alright, so I got the burner all purged, everything's purged. I should be able to fire that up. The circulator's running. Should be a little delay and then this thing should fire. It is high-low limit set. You can see the flipping tankless is leaking because it's been off all day. We're going to leave that out. 150 on a low limit, seeing this tankless is leaking. And the high limit set at 180. So how this control is going to work is when it calls for heat with the zone valves, it's going to, you know, pull in TT on this control here and use this relay here for this circulator relay for this. But when this gets to 150, the boiler gets below 150, this won't run until it gets above 150. This will run all the time. Whenever this calls, this boiler will maintain 150 because it's leaking. I'm gonna maintain 150 in the boiler, and when that zone control calls, it's gonna turn this on and it's gonna fire the burner through ZR. Not through this control. It's gonna fire the burner through that control and ZR, which fires the burner up to high limit. That's how it works. I don't know if it's too complicated, but it's not really once you learn. And then I just put a jumper there on a blue wire going. I use this control for the it's gonna pick up all my tools. This zone should be calling, which it is. This is heating up the hot water for this. I don't use that. I don't use the gray jism compound in there. I never use that gray jism. They'll stick that probe in there, you never be able to get it on. I never use that. I just put the probe in there dry, stick it in all the way, and never have an issue. I think I come out fine. It's nice and tucked in there. All the piping's clean, no leaks. I'm feeding it with 3/4 because I only got 1/2 inch. So I only got one bathroom in the house. This is 40 gallons. This will be fine. If it was 3/4 and you had a couple of bathrooms, I might run 1 inch. Supply and return on. That's the way it's supposed to be, really. But I mean, it's more money to run the 1 inch. But they don't need it here. 3/4 is fine. Coming back nice and hot. I got a purge station here. I did open it. I got purged all the zones. This is all open. The boiler's not leaking anymore. She's swelled up. She's swelled up like a wood tick. Well, good. Got the 1 inch clearance here for combustibles. Date. Pick up my tools when I'm out of here.